can't catch my way.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff's still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll make it third down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a third and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Out of the gun, Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it? It
really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. And that's a touchdown. But hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The ball carrier.
Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, L.A.
To number 81.
Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted.
Chargers
Was it
7,
an audible?
Patriots
Or was it
nothing.
just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
The ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Love. Catch is made by Harry. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They'll run here with Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Complete to
Keenan Allen, his 11th touchdown of the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
For the extra point.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Here is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Patriots
following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now Michelle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Good tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted by the
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Number 30, Austin.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 27. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
3rd and inches.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
20. Patriots, nothing.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Brought down at the
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down, Los Angeles.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he is all the way up past the 25. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. From the gun, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Going on the ground with Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Now Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short game. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Herbert. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Derek Barnett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Good. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Good
throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Complete to Taylor Gabriel. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun. Herbert finding Gabriel, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down, Los Angeles.
On first down, it's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of...
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. They start the second half with Michelle on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Mike Popo. Right here. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
The 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the give, this is Eckler. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Thomas. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Again, it's Michelle. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Chargers.
Right back to him on 1st down. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A.
The ball carrier.
Austin Eckler, 52 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. It starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Love. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
They run. Robinson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Ball carrier.
Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Badgley on for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will make it into the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
10 yards.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Now, that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a play.
Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On 3rd down, Love. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just
certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Take a knee. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the screen.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially in this late stage of the contest. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. And they will take a knee here.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go, D.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
3 down. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Get that.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Here's Ty Long now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Returnable for Thomas. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the Patriots take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Tackled by Kenneth
Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
2nd and 6. at the 46-yard line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Following the penalty, Michel. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Bobo's the Mike. Mike's Bobo. Josh Easy.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step.